from boys to men. The first world you were born into is the world where you're a boy. Now, this is not about age, because of course, we were all born as newborns, infants, toddlers, young boys, young men, and eventually to a man. But I would have you know, you MWAs, that the world where you're a boy and the world where you're a man are two totally different worlds. They're not the same at all. If you consider what the apostle said, then this will make perfect sense what I'm describing to you today. He said that when he was a child, he was thinking a certain way when he was that child. He spoke a certain way. He acted a certain way. But then he goes on to say that a change took place, doesn't he, little flower? And what was that change that took place? What do you think? Well, he said, I became a man. And when I became a man, I put childish things away. So then the way that he once thought, he had to put that away. The way that he once spoke, he had to put that away. Now, I want you to know, you MWAs, that the way that you thought, the way that you spoke, the way that you were, is all in connection to the world you were born into. And the world you were born into is your mother. I just need y'all to sit and think about that for a moment before I continue. And some may say, well, I never knew my mother. Well, that contributes to the world that you were in when you were born. It makes no difference if she was there or if she was not there. The point is, that's the world that you knew when you were born. So that could be abandoned. That could be neglected. That could be doted on. It all depends on what world you were born into, correct? So each one of us was born into a world, and that world was our mother. Now, as you grow, and as you become a man, you're going to have to address this issue as you transition from one world to the other, aren't you? Because as the apostle already said, you won't be thinking the same anymore. You won't even act the same anymore. You won't talk the same anymore. You won't be the same anymore once you become a man. And see, your mother, she only recognizes that boy because it's her world. Don't you see it? She only recognizes the one. Once you become the other, she no longer recognizes you. Because where did you get these new thoughts from? Hear me good, MWAs. Where did you get these new thoughts? Where did you get this new way of speaking? I didn't teach you that. Well, what do you think about this new way of speaking that I'm doing? And then you'll see. And then you'll see the enmity between the two worlds. You'll see it. The same thing I've been telling you about since the beginning with Jacob and Esau, wrestling in their mother's womb. You'll see it clearly then, because then you'll see how the old world feels about the new man that you are. And by the old world, I mean your mother. Don't you see it? The child, how does he speak? Well, first of all, he asks for permission to speak. The man does not. That's a big ass difference right there that most people overlook. The boy has to wait. Why? Because his mother told him to. Do you guys see what I'm saying to you? His mother was talking to somebody, having a conversation with another adult. And when he tried to interject and say something, she told him, stay out of grown folks' business and be quiet and shut up. That's the first world. Do you see what I'm trying to say? I'm using that as an example, but it's a very easy example to use because it's so common in the world, isn't it? You stay in a kid's place. So a kid's place is different than a man's place, Mom. So when will you ever teach me what the man's place is? She can't. The old world can't teach you that. That's why you have to become the new. Can't you see that? Can't you see it? There has to be a new heaven and a new earth. If you understand masculine and feminine, then you'll understand the new heaven is the masculine, the new earth is the feminine. So there's a whole new revamping. This is why Christ said, who is my father? Who is my mother and my brother? Why would he make such a bold statement to people who obviously thought, well, your mother's outside waiting to talk to you, Yahusha. Your brother wants to speak to you. He's outside. And Yahusha's famous response, who is my mother and my brother? So that's a man, because a boy wouldn't do that. What would the boy do?
Oh, all right, hold on, guys. My mom wants to talk to me real quick.
What does the child do with his friends? When he's hanging out with his friends and somebody says, hey, your mom wants to talk to you, what does he do? What did you do? All right, then. So do you see that? But Yahusha, who's showing you how to be, was 12 years old, and he said, you didn't know I'd be about my father's business?
I was worried about you, son. I didn't know where you were.
How come you didn't know? You don't know me? No. No, she doesn't. See, that's the whole thing. No, she doesn't. She will tell you that she does, but she only knows one version of you, which is the boy version. I've just made that clear for you all. She doesn't know who you are as a man because your identity is hidden in your father. Oh my goodness gracious. Can't you see what I'm trying to say? Doesn't the Bible says we are hid? Where are we hid at? When you find out where we're hid at, then you look at the grandson and say, good gracious, grandson, you're just accurate. Yeah, I am. So like I'm saying to you all today, MWAs, that first world taught you how to be subservient. It taught you how to be quiet. It taught you how to be docile. It taught you how to be a pushover. It taught you how to not stand up for yourself. It taught you how to not speak your truth. It taught you how to want and yearn for affection and attention that you'll never get. It taught you to look for validation outside of yourself that you will never, ever have. This is what it taught you. And then the man never knows this. He never addresses this or deals with it because he never knows that that's what it is. And he's still a little boy and he goes out in the world. Like I told you, it's not about age. Age has nothing to do with what I'm saying today. But he goes out into the world and he goes and he gets with the woman. And then he wonders why the relationships keep going in the same cycles every single time. It's going to go the same way. And he thinks it's those girls. But the common, what do they call that? Common denominator is you, my dude. You're the common denominator. You keep getting the same outcomes. And do you know why? Because you're coming into the relationship as the boy. See? It doesn't matter how you look. This is why men have fallen that look better than you. This is why men have fallen that look rich. That are richer than you. This is why none of that will ever do it. But men still think that it does because they're still little boys. How else could they have gotten their mother's attention other than by following the program that was laid out for her to teach you, you following it to a T? And so you did. You went to school. You went to college and got educated. You wear the nicest Tom Ford suits. You wear the nicest Michael Kors. You work out 6 days a week, and you are chiseled like a Greek god. You're 6 feet 6 inches tall, and your beard is glistening in the sun, looking like a lion standing on Pride Rock, and your hair is flowing in the wind, all healthy and full, and you still fall. You see it everywhere around you. Nigga get billions of dollars, gets married, loses billions of dollars in the process. What the hell? Gets divorced, left stranded, broken, poor as hell, broke as fuck, can't see your kids. You have no connection to anything you thought was real there anymore because it never was real. And it's because that's a boy that you were when you were there. But see, this is hard for men to hear, and this is why they get offended and they scoff at the rock. See, the rock doesn't change, which means I'm going to give you the truth whether you scoff at the shit or not. I don't care. I don't care. Because the sooner you hear what I have to say, the sooner I can stop saying it and rest. Do y'all follow that logic? When men hear this, they get extremely offended. So-called men, that is. And what I mean is a man of age. If you tell a man of age who has done these things that I just described to you, MWAs, he's so-called successful, then how come he still suffers the same way as the poor man does? Why does he? Because he's still the little boy inside. Men have not accepted God's judgment. They still go at their own. So being 6 foot 6 inches tall, is that about outward appearance when a woman sees you? Or is that about your character as a man when a woman sees you? Look how stupid it is when you actually ask somebody. Look how stupid all the females look who simply go for a man because he's tall. Look how stupid they end up looking when you bring it to their attention what they've done. But they don't know. They don't care. They know not what they do. They will reject the man. This was proven with Christ and Barabbas. This was proven. Give us Barabbas instead. Crucify Christ. This is what I'm describing to you today. If you have a 6 foot 6, 6-figure earner, handsome as hell, chiseled jawline and all the other shit that women look at, if you're that, then she's going to go for you because of that. But she's not going to stay with you because of that. Do you see what I'm trying to say to you? Your mother never taught you that because your mother was doing the same thing that these girls are doing. I told you, because you're looping because you're the same man. You will no longer loop once you become the new man. Do y'all follow what I'm saying to you today, little flockulators?
But I did everything that they tell me will make me successful. I followed the protocol, didn't I?
My question to you is, who set up this protocol? I want you to think about it for a moment, and then you can tell me who set it up. Watch this here. Israel, which represents the woman that I'm describing to you. Israel wanted a king. We want a king. We want a king. So Abba gave them Saul. Saul means asked for. This means this is what you asked for. Now, I want you to see if the Bible mentions Saul's height. If it does, then you know that the grandson's just not joking about what he's saying. Matter of fact, he's slicing and dicing very accurately, isn't he? Is Saul's height mentioned in the Bible? Now, when Yahushua came into Jerusalem, does it say anything about his height? About how tall he was? And that the people marveled over him for his height? Is that ever written anywhere? That's why they were looking at him?
Man, he's so tall, so muscular.
Was his muscles ever mentioned? Look at what I'm trying to explain to y'all. That all say you love Christ. What do you love him for? Now, if you don't love him for his outward appearance, but rather for his inward, then how in the fuck are you choosing a man in your life based on outward appearance, but say you love Christ? Do you see what I mean about how I can smack these bitches taste out of their mouth and I ain't even got to use my pimp hand?
Oh, grandson, did you hear what the grandson just said? How evil that is? He's talking about smacking the taste out of a bitch's mouth.
Yeah, he just did. He didn't have to actually use his hand to do it neither. If you paying attention, then you know what the fuck I'm talking about. If you don't, then sit your ass down and shut the fuck up. You ain't speaking our language over here. I'm talking to men wander that. So if you ain't part of that group, then skedaddle, nigga. For you get stumped the fuck out. Because we all got on combat boots, nigga. Feet shot, ready with the proper preparation to kick your ass. You hear me? So back to what we talking about, MWAs, men wander that. You're wander that for the simple fact that you're a man. You just didn't know what a man was. How in the hell would you know? Now, my question for the Israelites, are you living in the land of your captors? Were you taken captive? Was your identity taken from you? So then you as a people no longer know what a man looks like to your people. You are told what a man is from another people that isn't even you. So the image that you think is success is somebody else's image that they've sold to you. So then you will never actually be you. You're actually proving you're still a little boy looking for somebody to tell you who you are. Like you did when your mommy was there and she neglected you and you said, oh, I'm all alone. No, you're not. You just think you are because of what she's doing to you. Now, when you grow up and get a girlfriend, she's going to do the same thing that your mommy did. Instead of a newspaper in her hand and instead of a cigarette and a TV show, she's going to be sitting there on her laptop or sitting there on her tablet or her cell phone with her back turned to you with the blankets pulled all up around her damn chin, watching some shit on Tubi while your ass is sitting over there waiting to fucking get a hug. And if you're wise, you'll look back to your childhood and say, wait a minute, I'm repeating a pattern of my boyhood. That means I haven't stepped into my manhood. Now, what would a man do if a woman act like that? Because we know what a boy gonna do. Come on, y'all. Let's keep it real today. What a boy gonna do if his woman treat him like that? If 3 or 4 days then went by, she ignoring the shit out of you. She ain't paying you no attention. She all on her phone. When you walk in, she turning her back, snatching the phone all the way. You getting suspicious and shit. What a boy gonna do?
Hey, Mom, what are you doing? Why aren't you showing me any attention or anything? Why don't you give me a hug or something? I'm right here. I have a dirty diaper and you don't even seem to care. I fell and hit my knee and you didn't even turn and look at me while I was crying, holding my knee. I really don't understand. This is a mother. Okay, this is what a mom is. This is what a woman is. A woman is a neglectful. She's a selfish. She's dirty. She's hard. She's cold. She's mean as fuck. She's short-tempered. She's unpleasable. This is what you have, your core beliefs of what a woman is. Now, that shit don't change just because you put a smile on your face and you see a good-looking ass girl you want to fuck, and so you talk good to her. You still feel that way about her. Doesn't matter what you saying, nigga. Y'all got to come to the real world. The world of silence. That's what y'all ain't learned yet, men. But you gonna learn it today. I'm gonna make sure you gonna learn it. Because y'all scared of going into the shadow. Niggas get all up in arms when I even mention that. Oh, wait a minute. What are you telling us to do? During life, there are some who dwell in the light and there are some who dwell in darkness. You hear that? Now, out of those two energies, light and dark, one is feminine, one's masculine. The light is masculine, the dark is feminine. So that means that women operate in the darkness. Naturally, they do. And they're dealing with men who exist in the light. In other words, everything the man is showing the woman is about how it appears and how it sounds. In other words, if I stand tall, look strong, have a big ass deep voice like this when I talk and everything, then I'm going to command the attention of women and they're going to want me and desire me. Do you see? She knows that that's what you're doing because she exists in the dark. So while she's coming up to you, rubbing on your arm, saying how handsome you are and how built you are, how much money you have and how amazing you are as a man, she's plotting on you. She doesn't mean anything. Just like what you're doing doesn't mean anything, even though you think it does. You worked hard as fuck for it. You worked hard as hell to get them 7 figures. You worked hard as hell to get that nice ass body. You worked hard as hell to get that big ass mansion. You worked hard as hell to get that Rolls Royce. You worked hard as hell to get that Maserati. You worked hard as hell to get them Ferragamos. You worked hard as hell for that shit. But it was all vanity. You labored in vain because that's not what a man is. Yahusha showed you that. I asked you guys. How often was his fashion mentioned? So the followers of Christ, how often shall their fashion be mentioned? But look how often it is. So then are they following Christ? Fuck no. Because when you read about Christ, what does it say about his outward beauty? I want you guys to say it to me so that I know that y'all ain't sleep up in here. What does it say about his outward beauty? Abba made sure to make him opposite of that so that that wouldn't be why we desired him. Isn't that what the scripture says? Come on now. Ain't that what it say? Abba, in all of his wisdom, knew that that's how men judged. But he doesn't judge that way. He judges on the heart. He made that very clear. So like I told you, they wanted Saul. Was Saul's height mentioned? Yes. Was David's height mentioned? No. Do you see which one God chose? Now watch this. When Samuel is sent to choose David after Saul was rejected, see, he got rejected. Now, what does that mean about the woman? See, if there's any women that are listening to this just out of curiosity, they're just sitting around saying, I want to see what the men ones are that are talking about. They're moseying on in here trying to hear. Then you would use wisdom and hear what I just told you. This means when you, as the woman, pick the man that looks the part. In other words, you got the big booming bass, voice and everything, the big ass chest, big shoulders, big wide, broad ass body and every damn thing. Nigga long ass feet, nigga wear size 15 shoe and all this shit. The nigga stepping around commanding other men to tell them what to do. He's the boss and every fucking thing, makes all the money, has all the jewels draped around him and doing everything that the women says. That's what they're looking for. You just found out that you will have that man, but that man is not obedient to God. So then he will fall, which will make you then turn and not want him and reject him from being king over you. That's what it means. And that's what you've experienced in your life, women. You've all done it. When a woman is young and beautiful as shit, I mean, when she's so beautiful, she makes men nervous. She just goes out in the world and she gets what she thinks high value men. She chases after high value men because she told you she's programmed to do this. So if she's programmed to chase the man God hates, then what will she teach her son to be? The man God loves or the man God hates? Which one? You guys got to be honest here. Got your ass in a chokehold any fucking way. You can't do shit, so you may as well just admit the truth. If a woman wants a man that God hates, what will she teach her son to be? Only something that is something can teach something to be what it is. If that's not true, then how come Yahushua said, all that came before me were thieves and robbers? Conslicer. Yeah, I know. I slipped the blade in nice and slow that time so that you could really feel this shit. This cold ass steel blade going through your shit. You feel that? Yeah. We're not about to play. We don't have time for that anymore. I don't have time to watch my brothers in arms die at the hands of any more Jezebels. Period. And it's all because you didn't know. Well, I'm here to help you know. I'm here to help you know. Not just know, nigga. Help you know. Your mother taught you how to be the man God hates. Dressed good. Sit up nice. Make sure you keep your fingernails clean. Wear a suit when you go to court, son. Put your tie on. Do good, get good grades. Go to church and put your money in the communion plate. Yep, that's right. I mean, in the collection plate, and then take your communion. Come on. You're being such a good boy. She's patting you on the head for being evil. Because she's evil. Because the first world is evil. So I dare any of you to say that that's not the truth. You're all living in it and suffering from the blow of it, but nobody wants to just admit it. You know why? Because pride is involved with this. Because pride is the reason why. Pride goes before destruction. Destruction is about to come upon the feminine. And why? Because she has mistaught, miseducated, and her job is no longer needed. So she needs to move. Why? So the father can come in and teach his son how to be a fucking man. Don't y'all think that's true? You guys see it in the world. A man will get with a woman. They may be together for about 6 years. They had a son in the midst of that relationship. The son is 4 years old. They get divorced. The mother keeps the son. The dad is gone now. He's been pushed out of the child's life. Y'all know how this shit goes. Don't lie. So he's been pushed out, ostracized, and every damn thing, smear campaigned and lied on, and every damn thing else that else could have been done. So he's no longer in the son's life. Well, as the son gets older, he gets unruly. The nigga gets strong. He gets big. He gets bigger than his mom. He gets untamable, and his mother's like, I can't control this damn Mustang. What the fuck? Yeah, he's a Mustang. See? You ain't designed to be able to control no shit like that. But daddy is. When daddy walk in with that chastening rod of correction, that has nothing to do with nothing physical. This is what I'm telling you guys. It's about masculine frame. Masculine frame is the goal of a man, to maintain his frame, to not be knocked off of his masculine frame at the whim of any feminine energy at all. Though the good-looking woman is a good-looking emotion to you. You guys need to just come upstairs here where it's nice and clear, where you can see good enough to understand what the grandson's saying. You in the physical realm is nothing but signs. Hope y'all can hear that. Because your existence is truly not in the physical realm. It's in a hidden place within you, where you're having these internal conversations about what you're experiencing every day. You're the one in there telling yourself what's coming by saying, oh, this is terrible. I'm in a terrible case. I'm in a stressful situation. I'm not loved. I'm hated by my wife. I'm rejected by my woman. You see? And then the 3D is designed to prove what you did in there. And people want to change outside to change what's going on in their life. Nope. I told you. You can't do nothing like that to change what's going on in your life. But men do it. In other words, when you find out that you're not the woman, the man that she wanted, and she starts to treat you like you're not by disrespecting, cutting you off, ignoring you, fucking with other people, cheating on you, and all kind of other shit women do, then you start to believe you can do more in the 3D to win her back. No. You have to return to your sovereignty. I'll prove it. Abba was longing for his woman to come back to him. He had his arms extended out to her. She would not do it. So then he simply turned and walked back to his throne and sat down. That's what he did. That's what men do. A boy doesn't have a throne. When you're a boy, watch what the scripture says. The heir, when he is a boy, is no different from the servant. Stop. What does it mean, MWAs? That means even if you're the prince, when you're a young boy, you're treated no different than a servant boy at the house. And that's why you'll see the prince play with the servant boy and they're best friends as if nothing has ever even been decided differently between them two. They think they're equal and they play as equals because they're treated as equals. But there's going to come a time when that little boy is going to get pulled out of the sandbox and says, you have to get taught some higher things. Your little friend here, your little slave friend can stay here in the sandbox. He don't need to learn this shit because he ain't never going to grow into a king. But you are. So you need to learn these special mysteries. So come up out that sandbox and y'all get separated because y'all are different. But it took time before you were separated. This is the wheat and the tares being explained to you right now. You grew in the field in the sandbox playing together, but there was a time when you were going to be called forth to a higher purpose or a kingdom or a king's throne. Is this not true? And in that moment, in that twinkling of an eye, you shall be changed. You will no longer be a boy. Each man in his own order. And since I'm telling you these things, this change has taken place in me. And you'll be like this once the change happens. See, when men hear me speak and they get all offended at my rawness, they haven't been changed. Like I told you, they're still boys because boys are the ones that are offended, told not to cuss, right? Your mommy told you not to cuss. That's why you don't. Your dad cusses, doesn't he? But I guess y'all can't hear what the grandson is saying right now. Your dad cusses sometimes, doesn't he? Yes. He even cussed when he made you. Probably. Most of us were made at the sound of cuss words. But y'all want to say it's evil and dirty. Yeah, just like I'm sure y'all think sex is. Even though it's pure to me, I think it's wonderful and beautiful. How come we think so differently about a same act? Because I'm changed. To the pure, all things are pure. Which one do you think is the changed man? You're changed into impurity or you're changed to purity? Which one do you think? Everything that your mommy taught you, by mommy, I mean world, guys. Get it right. Everything your mommy taught you was to try to keep your life saved. Don't do that. Don't go there. No, no, no. So now, that was the first world. Now I want you to think about the law. The first time they got the law, don't do this. Thou shalt not. Don't do that. Don't touch that. You'll die. You'll die. See the teaching you got? But when Christ come, did he do that? He said, take no thought for your life, son. Be brave. Look at the Father. Look how he talks to you. And who is he talking to? He's talking to MWAs. That's why he said, y'all gonna leave me too? Because everybody else gonna leave. They can't deal with this wound that they got from their mama. They don't want to blame their mama for what happened. They don't want to tell the truth about what their mama did. Well, you ain't gonna never be healed of that mama wound you got. You're gonna always beg for somebody to save you from it. You can't be saved from it. Save yourselves from this untoward generation. Untoward generation. Save yourself. So you're living in an untoward generation. You understand the word? The men that were born of a woman all around you were all born under the same program. That's why they all chase it. I don't give a damn. You take any ideal man from any continent, the nigga looks the same. You get a nigga from Finland, take a picture of the nigga. He looking up there, chin all square, jaw sucked all in, look like he's been mewing his whole life and everything. Eyes like the eyes of a fucking wolf, all squinted and looking like a hunter and a predator, and thick full hairline and every damn thing, and he tall and strapping with a suit. And then you go to India and it's got a nigga, he's got a turban on his head though, and he's got a big beard, and he's got the same look in his eye, the same eyebrows and the same chiseled jaw, and he's got the same standing there looking like he's taking on the world and not give a shit about what anybody thinks about it and everything. And then you go to Korea and you get him and he looks the same way. You just take the beard off. He has the same jawline, sucked in, mewing ass face, eyes looking like a predator, looking like he's ready to jump and thrash if he needs to. And then you go over here to Turkey and then the guy's standing there and it's just the same shit over and over and over again. Because it's sold to the whole wide world. You were all taught this by a woman. I'm going to prove it to you if you need me to. The whole wide world was drunk with the wine of her fornication. Stop. Who is she? If it ain't a woman that taught the whole wide world how to be something other than what you are. That's what fornication is. That's what it means. Look, guys. Like I said, sometimes I often, overlook the fact that people still have the carnal ears that still got some crust on it that need to be cracked off and shit. Because like the little locust, when he comes out of his skin, he has to or the cicada, he breaks through and he has to come out and shed the old skin. I know a lot of people still got some of the old ass skin still hanging over their ear. They can't quite hear everything good. So I know I got to slow down sometimes and be breaking stuff down for the little flockulators. They ain't got the skin all the way off their ear good yet. They ain't all the way out the womb and ain't got that bag pulled off their ass yet. You hear what I'm saying to you? The born again, the new babies. That's getting the new milk, the new wine, the new every damn thing. How to grow up into a man. You were born, you need to be born again. Now look at that. And then when Yahusha said this, the man that he was speaking to said, what? I must go into my mother's womb a second time? Look at that response, guys. See how it's about being born of a woman and how he calculated that means to go back into his mother's womb? So you were born, your mother taught you. Now I'm going to prove this with more scripture. Did you not read in the scripture where there were some Israelites that were mixed with some women that were not Israelites? They had children with those women. They were told not to, but they did it anyway. What does it say about the sons that were born to those women? It says the sons could not speak Hebrew, but they spoke their mother's tongue. So what the fuck does that mean? I'll tell you what it means. It means your mama teaching you, nigga, when you little. That's what it mean. Can y'all disprove me? Can y'all disprove me? Baby's first teacher is his mama. Then he gotta get off her little titty. Then he gotta go and hang out with his daddy so he can learn how to be a man. What y'all talking about? What y'all talking about? Oh, it did say that there was a woman sitting on many waters, and she had a cup in her hand, and she made everybody, all the nations, it says. Told you. Didn't I just give you the image she sold to everybody? The mewing, the jawline, and the six-figure income, and this is Jezebel's idea of what a man is. And all the women are deluded with it. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. They're deceived. It doesn't mean that's what they really want. They're deceived to think that's what they want. That's what I need you men to know, so that you don't take it personal when she doesn't want you. Oh, nigga, you 5'10". Can't fuck with you. You're too short. Then your feelings want to get hurt. Oh, man. See, I'm not man enough. If I just had 2 or 3 more inches in height, I could probably win her over, and she'd probably love me forever if I had that. But yeah, okay. That's a lie you telling yourself. Why are you letting her be your queen? She's your queen to be. Y'all know nothing about that. Oh, shit. She's your queen. She's your queen, nigga. She tell you something, your whole world come a shattering down. You talking about I'm a king. Yeah, as soon as she goes, oh, wait, nigga, what kind of shoes are those? You're like, oh, these are the 2023 Gucci's. Well, it's 2025, nigga. Yeah, so what? I like this version. But they got a new one out. Why you don't cut the new ones? Okay, I will. Taking your ass right to the Gucci store. Look at you, you dumb fuck. Now you're about to go spend another $1,000 you didn't even plan on spending to try to impress a girl that ain't gonna be impressed, because what she's going to say when you go and do it, after you step out the door to the Gucci store, she's going to call one of her girlfriends and say, can you believe this shit? This old hoe ass nigga. I just said something about this nigga's shoes. This nigga actually got up, went, took his bag of money, and went to go buy him some new shoes. Just because I said what I said, girl. Can you believe this shit? Pinocchio ass nigga. Got the strings attached to this hoe ass bitch. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. I'm kicking it with the new nigga. Uh-huh. Yeah. Matter of fact, while that nigga at the Gucci store, let me go call my boo. I'll call you back, girl. And that's how it goes. But you don't want to think that's how it goes. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I'll tell you guys a story real quick and then prove how it is. When I was a young lad, I had a friend. And this friend had a mother and a father and lived in a house with his parents and every damn thing. But over time, I started to notice that every now and again, there would be another man that would come to his house and pick his mother up. And that man and his mother would leave for hours, sometimes for an hour or two, or sometimes for 5 or 6 hours. Who knows? But she eventually get dropped off by that guy and going home, got some food in a doggy bag or something, you know. She'd come in, we'd be sitting there playing. She'd come in, give him the food from the doggy bag. Hey, you want something to eat? She'd give him the leftover food from the restaurant and shit, you know. But his daddy is there asleep in the house, or he's at work, or, you know. And this went on the whole childhood, guys. It wasn't like I was just a little kid and I saw it. As I became a middle school kid, I kept seeing it. As I became a high school kid, I kept seeing it. As I became a grown man, I still saw it. Yes, indeed. His mother and his father were still so-called married, but that man was still coming by, picking her up, buying her furniture, paying for some of her bills. Do you guys see this shit here? So that's what, about 20 to 30 years that this was going on? And the father still thinks that they're married. He still thinks everything's normal. Do y'all hear what I've just described? I didn't make that story up. That's a true story. So now, what could a woman that doing that, what could she teach her son to be? The son of her husband, who she's constantly disrespecting, belittling, ignoring, disrespecting, and neglecting. What is she going to teach his son to be? Look at that there. Look at that there. But her words are going to be like this. Be good. Be good. Lower your voice. Told you, you're a wild Mustang. Sometimes Mustangs, they got to release some energy. Your mama ain't prepared for that. She ain't prepared for that energy. Okay, I'm going to get your daddy back. Oh, you're going to get his daddy back now. Ain't this some shit? Because you can't control him. But his daddy can. Why you think that is? Probably because his daddy been where he at. He been treated in like fashion. So he got experience and to know how to deal with this kind of shit. Like what's going on right here at the School of Marvelous Light. You're not, as men, you're not going to be taught this by anybody else but a man. You see how it goes? Because it comes from experience. That's where the information that I'm telling you come from. I wouldn't waste my time telling you something I don't actually know about. That wouldn't be profitable to do that. It's not proven. But the things I tell you are tried and proven. The first world does not understand self-respect. So when you begin to show it, it will ridicule you. It will seek to put you back in the bondage of control. I told you, your mother needed to find a way to look at this when I'm about to tell you. Guys, listen good. You're a wild Mustang. You cannot be controlled by your mother physically. She knows this. But because of your feelings for your mother, because of your being her son, you don't show her that. In other words, you don't express to her your full rage. You don't take it out on your mother. Now, it has happened in the world. Shit. Nigga Tommy be playing the video game and shit. His mom come in there and I said, turn this shit off. She unplugs the TV. The nigga gets up in a rage and killed her. Ooh, shit. Fuck you, mom. That was on the last level. Uh-oh. Oh, fuck. Mom? Mom, wake up. No, mom's gone, Tommy. Mom's gone. All right? She ain't coming back, brother. It's over with. But y'all understand what I'm saying. As boys, you chuck it up. You're like, that's my mama, man. I ain't gonna rage up on her. I ain't gonna go too far. She's aware. So she uses this tactic psychologically. But men are not. How do I need to say this to men to not get them to buck? Okay, I need you to sit. I don't need you bucking. I don't need you kicking against the pricks. So let me see. How can I say this in a way, Father? How would you have me to say it? Many men have difficulty with understanding that that's what's happening. It's psychological chains. She has to control you because you're wild. Now, your father can do this without manipulating you. Do you see? Your father can rein in your rage. He can rein that in. He can cause you to control it without having to manipulate you to do it. Because you're not stronger than your father when you're the boy. Do you see it? But you know you're stronger than your mother. You know it. And she knows it. So how does she control you then? That's my question. She still has to control you. She still has to be able to say something and you respond immediately and you do it and you obey her. How does she do that? Psychological manipulation. That's how. That's how. So now you've been psychologically manipulated your whole life to dim your light. That's why when the Father comes, he says, let your light shine, son. I don't know if y'all can hear how clear that is, how I just made that. It's very crystal clear. Very crystal clear. You were lost in the darkness. The darkness means woman. It means feminine. Doesn't it? I broke it down so perfectly earlier. So you were lost in the woman's mindset, which is dark. She doesn't know nothing. She's null and void. She does not have right thought. She can only teach you which she believes works to save your life. Well, you're a man. You don't need the same tactics to save your life. What do I mean? When this war, and let's say the enemy soldiers break through your wall and they breach and they start to raid your kingdom, they're taking some women along with them, aren't they? Now, if this woman wants to save her life where she's been taken to by the enemy, what does she have to learn how to do? She has to learn how to manipulate to save her life. That's what she must learn to do, because she can't do it any other way. She's too weak. She's not strong enough to do it any other way. So she has to make her captor think one thing while feeling another. She's done that her whole life to you and to everybody else. Women always do that. I just told you why they do it. Because there have been many wars in the world. And there are many who have died in war, and there are some who have survived. How do you think those women survived? By going into the silence. That's where a woman goes when she's taken as booty, when she's taken as loot. She may scream at first. She may kick and thrash about at first. But eventually she goes into the silence and starts to plot so that she can live. So, so-called Negroes were taken in slavery. There were some who were in the field. And there were some women who were in the house. Now, those ones who got in the house, you don't think they were charming? Okay, then. Okay, then. So charm is a sign of a great sign of a deceiver. It's a great calling card of someone who wants to deceive you, or a great salesman. You know, a great Canaanite, acquiring and selling. A great Canaanite. You know, charm, being able to talk to you well while having intentions that are different in their heart. Like what Cain did with Abel. That's why I mentioned him. Hey, brother, why don't you come out here in the field? Let's go talk. I love you, brother. Your sacrifice, I mean, wasn't that amazing what Abba did? How he accepted your sacrifice earlier, man? That's a fucking amazing, bro. Good job, man. Oh, yeah, brother? Yeah, man. Hell yeah, you're the shit. Pow! Bitch ass nigga, I fucking hate you, bitch. Think you better than me? You dumbass nigga think you better than me? Look how I got your ass right now. You trusted me, you dumbass bitch. You trusted me, didn't you? Yo, Kane, where your brother at? Yeah, I know. Here come the pride, like I told you guys. Am I my brother's keeper? Shit. Are you your brother's murderer? Shit. So, do y'all understand these points that the grandson is making today? What he's bringing light to in your life? In order for you to deal with these things, you have a torch in your hand. You must go into the darkness. This is what I was describing to you. You must go in there so that you can discover what's hidden in there. Because you were taught things that are tucked away in there. You see what I mean? Your first teachings. Everything is about how it looked. And you knew that growing up. You knew it. There's this phrase called high value man. You had never heard that phrase as a child, but you hear it now. My question is, why do you hear it now, but you didn't hear it when you were a child? What changed? Somebody is doubling down. That's all it means. It was always there. It's just somebody is doubling down on the programming because it's not working as much anymore. Now I'm going to ask you, is it not working as much anymore? Men starting to wake up? Well, we're having this conversation, aren't we? Otherwise, what kind of advice would I be giving you guys today about women? I'll tell you. Hey, brother, you hit the gym this morning? Yeah, you got it in? I don't want to hear no damn excuses about you were tired. I don't want to hear no excuses about you couldn't get up early this morning. Did you take your cold shower this morning for 30 minutes? Did you do it? You didn't. Shit. See what I mean, motherfuckers? Ain't got no damn discipline to do a goddamn thing. You can't even take a cold shower. Look at you. Did you look at your bank statements and go over your numbers today? Make sure your accounts were straight. Did you do it? No, man, I ain't had time to look at that yet. Oh, God damn it. You're doing that overtime this week for the boss. Are you going to do that overtime? Get those fucking hours, man. We need that money, man. Got a new truck we're trying to get, man. New year coming out. Don't you know? Got that badass truck coming out. We got to get it. Shit, get your passport, brothers. Shit, that's what we're going to do. No, that's a stupid ass nigga that tells you shit like that. But let's continue with this passport shit to show you how stupid he is. These American women, they ain't no good. They're all deluded and they're all trash. They ain't got nothing to offer. So you need to go overseas. The Bible said that there are some seas out there that a woman's sitting on. She's sitting on many seas. So go ahead and cross if you want. But she's sitting on them seas. And she got a cup that gonna make your ass drunk when you go. Because she deceived all nations. Now, you're gonna run to what nation you said that ain't got no women over there deceived? What nation is that? I'm going to the Amazon. And I'm going into one of the hidden tribes in the Amazon and get me a woman from there. Okay, so you're gonna live in the Amazon with her? Hell no, I'm gonna get her and bring her back to New York. Okay, give her 6 months in New York. Her ass gonna have a 24-inch weave down her back. She gonna have a BBL, lip injectors, and every damn thing. Talking about, honey, you not buy me Lambo. You no love me. You not buy me Ferrari. My friend get Ferrari. Her hubby love her. And your ass, okay, Ferrari. Gotta get my baby a Ferrari, damn it, shit. Gotta work, damn it. Stocks and bonds. Yeah, you Wolf of Wall Street. Go ahead, Wolf. Go wear your damn self out, Wolfie Wolf. Because she's going to get deceived. They're all deceived. That's what the Bible wants you to know. That's why I made that point. So go ahead and get your passport and do everything else these men are telling you to do. It doesn't do you any good. It's like men, the first thing that come out of their mouth when they talk about being a man, they talk about your body and working out. That's the first thing they start saying. Oh, the reason she left you, man, look at your belly poking out there. Nigga, how many fat ass niggas got bitches hanging all over them? Oh, shit, a whole bunch of them niggas do. All right, then. So that ain't got shit to do with it. But you think it do. But I'm going to give you a scripture to prove that it don't matter that much. What does the Bible say about bodily exercise? Look how I can slice every damn thing you niggas think y'all got. What does it say about bodily exercise? It says it profits a little. Skeetin' deedly, and they understand me. Can you? It say it profit a little. But there's something else that profits with all. What is that something else that profits with all? Now, I'm going to ask you, what would you rather spend your day doing 6 days a week? Doing the thing that profits with all or doing the thing that profits little? But look how men always tell you to do the thing that profits little. Look at it. It's all vanity. Youth is vanity. Youth is vanity, the Bible says. So there's a time when you got all the energy in the world, you're lifting all the weights, muscles popping all out. You didn't even have to try. You had a six-pack, you ate grits, bacon, and every damn thing in the morning. Still got a fucking six-pack. Now, you eat a damn Pop-Tart and fucking your damn legs swell up like your ass been on water retention. You like, shit, what the fuck is going on? I can't eat anything anymore. I eat, I get fat. What the fuck? Because it's vanity. It's inevitable. But everybody trying. Look at me, ladies. I got a facelift. It took 40 years off of me, didn't it? It took 40 years off of how you look. Apparently to you it did. That's all it actually did, though. Are you 40 years younger? Well, no, I'm the same exact person I am. So then I have a question for you. If you have a car, and that car is 20 years old, it's on its last legs, it's a bumper hanging off, that's your lips sagging. It's got a dent all in the fender and every damn thing, that's your cheeks are sagging down there. You got your headlights are busted out, that's your eyes, bags all up under your shit there. You got all kind of issues, tires all discombobulated, don't match, all kind of shit, rims all from different cars and shit thrown up on your shit. And then somebody looks at that car and goes, you know what? This car is literally about to die. It's got all kind of issues, problems, shit leaking, oil leaking and shit, all kind of shit. But I'm going to take it and I'm going to revamp how it look on the outside. That's what I'm going to do. So you take all your money, because it's going to take you some bread. You take all your money and you change the fenders, the bumpers, you paint it, you change the headlights and give new flashy headlights and get a set of rims and new tires that match and everything. And you put all of this cosmetic shit upon the car. Is it still leaking oil? Yes. So is she. Is it still sputtering? Yes. So is she. Is it still dying? Yes. So is she. Do you guys follow what I'm saying here? The vanity of it all? Yeah. So as I've told you, this is where you're coming to. A brand new understanding, not vanity. Remember, that's what the grandson's going to tell you. That everything is vanity that you learn from that woman. You have to be taught again. You were taught by her. She taught you wrong. That's the book of Revelation says this. This is why I'm explaining it to you. I told you guys who I am. I don't know how much more clearer I can make it. Revelation means the revealing of the Messiah. That's what revelation means. There's something the Messiah does that shows you who he is. But that must be revealed in its time. According to Christ, he must be revealed in his time. But when he is revealed, the word there is revealed. Same word, revelation, right? Yeah. Yeah. That's why I saw one like unto. That's why I saw one like unto. That's why I saw one like unto the Son of Man. The Son of Man. Like unto. Like unto. Like unto. You see it there? So when you're a man that's standing with me, where I'm standing on these principles that I'm standing on, that I'm sharing with you, the new protocol for all men, that all must be gathered unto me, the grandson. I hate all nations, the Bible says it. Look, if all nations are deceived, there's going to come one who will rule all nations with a rod of iron. What does that mean? That means they were being ruled over by a Jezebel. He's come to set the captives free from her. He's going to set them free by how they think. That's why he's the grandson of right thought. He's revenging. See, he's getting vengeance for how the people have been treated under her rulership. That is the vengeance, him redeeming them. Whose blood cries for vengeance? I told you who. I told you who. I told you who. I done told you who. Is his name Vanity? When you see it, you're like, I can't unsee this shit. This is amazing what the grandson is saying. Once you see it, Abel literally means vanity. It means breath. It means spirit. Wow, that's literally what his name means. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So he's going to come and tell you that everything you learned from her was vanity. It's all got to go because it doesn't have any self-respect in it. It doesn't have any integrity in it. It doesn't have any honor in it. It doesn't have any truth in it. It's all lies. You inherited all lies. Now you're going to inherit a right thought if you allow it to be so. Because that's what's available to be inherited. I proved it to you guys. What does it say about Noah? All flesh had corrupted its way, but Noah was perfect. Tom. And so Abba chose him. And he made him heir of righteousness. Told you. You thinking right in a world that's thinking wrong. It's all about your thoughts. So that's why Abba sent me. It's going to be hard for you to embrace these new ways. That's why he sent you a helper. That's why he sent you a comfort. Because you need it, brothers. You need it. You've been beaten down. You've been mistreated. You've been lied to. You have chains all over you that you're restricting your own life. You don't even know you're doing it until somebody comes and tells it to you. And brings sight to your eyes and says, my brother, I know you need a hug, man, because ain't nobody else gonna fucking hug you. I know you need a hug, my nigga, because they not gonna do it. And even if when you get it at first, you may feel uncomfortable getting that damn hug. Man, you better embrace that damn hug. You've been so long without it. You are that source, my brother. You're not looking for a fire to warm yourself with. You are the fire that others warm themselves with. You understand that? And so don't be mad at the woman when you look for her to be your fire because you were listening to 98 Degrees singing that dumbass song, if it's even the group. I might be wrong. Might have been one of them other weak-ass groups. You are my fire, the one, oh girl, desire. Okay, did you hear that? Told you were programmed with that shit. You were programmed to believe that. I just told you the truth. You're the fire. When you're not the fire and you're looking for some fire to keep you warm, then you're out of alignment. That's why I said forgive her. Forgive her. So flame on, you MWAs and you little flockulators. Time to turn that flame on. Get busy. Salawam, Mr. Allah.